On December 8, 2021, around 2:35 a.m., Douglas County 911 Center received several 911 calls regarding a rollover crash on I-94 near Alexandria, Minnesota. The crash was near mile markers 107 or 108. One passerby noted that a man was now crawling down the shoulder of the highway. Multiple sheriff's deputies responded to the scene, as well as the Minnesota State Patrol, and noticed Good Samaritans trying to keep the crash survivor out of the freeway and helping provide aid. At the scene, they would find a man with obvious signs of intoxication, including slurred speech, poor balance, and odor of alcoholic beverage. However, unlike any call before, the man in question was the elected sheriff of the most populous county in Minnesota, Sheriff Hutchinson, commonly called Sheriff Hutch. What follows in this video is the documentation of their investigation that night and over the ensuing days. As their investigation progressed, the Sheriff Hutch, made multiple false statements, including the outlandish claim that he had a cab driver, driving his squad vehicle at the time of the crash. The investigation also revealed that the sheriff was not wearing his seatbelt, and the squad car's black box reported a speed of 126 miles per hour in the moments prior to the crash. In total, Douglas County deputies and state troopers obtained more than 100 pieces of evidence as part of their investigation into the sheriff's behavior that night, including device forensic data from the black box, indicating how the car was being driven that night. At the request of the deputies, State Patrol took the primary role in this investigation. After photos were released of the squad vehicle's condition by journalist Rebecca Bannon, Hennepin County officials requested an investigation of the journalist for alleged trespassing. The investigation came back unfounded. Sheriff Hutchinson refused to consent to the release of body-worn camera footage, preventing its release under Minnesota law. Sheriff Hutchinson refused to consent to a PBT, and ultimately a search warrant was obtained for a urine sample. EMS personnel found the SUV's keys in the roadway, and a deputy suspected Sheriff Hutch may have thrown the keys away so he would not be found in their possession. The following video, audio, and photos were obtained by MN Safety, this channel, via multiple open records requests. This video is divided into different chapters. First, dashcam and emergency response to the scene. Next, dashcam video at the scene, including the detainment of the sheriff, photos of the scene, then search warrant photos, then other evidence obtained including the urinalysis results, then the reports the officers submitted, and finally the outcome, including charges, disposition, and a statement from a defense attorney after the trial admitting that state troopers and deputies conducted an extremely thorough investigation and might even arrest Mother Teresa if they thought she was driving drunk. The first police squad will arrive on scene in 10 seconds. Watch and see if you can spot signs of Sheriff Hutch's inebriation and lack of balance or other signs of intoxication.
Unit 233 DK, status at scene.
1436. It's going to be mile marker 107.
10-4, if you could let me know how many people we have.
At 406 on Victor now.
10-4, 406. Still trying to get some more information on injuries and number of patients.
10-4.
Unit 406 NA, status, dispatch. Block updated. Unit 406 NA, status, en route. Unit 233 DK, status, at scene.
We just have one patient. Say again. Do we just have one patient? not sure yet. That was 233.
You're not hurt though, you said?
No, sir.
No? Okay.
No.
Number
10-429.
What happened?
209 Douglas, North Dakota license
Where
plate.
are we right now?
We're in Douglas
Go ahead.
County. We're by Alexandria.
Yeah, I didn't drive.
Okay. Well, how did you get on the road over there?
North Dakota 285 Adam William Yellow should be our
I
caller.
was down in, we were up in Alex for the,
10-4.
for, my conference, and then I just,
Okay, what kind of conference?
210, 211 are out.
we were at,
10-4.
the Sheriff conference.
The sheriff conference?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was driving? Because I'm concerned.
211, 210. If you don't need me right up there, I'm gonna get back a little bit and give us some room for traffic.
It's a SUV of some sort. I don't know what kind of car it is.
Well, I wouldn't be driving.
Yeah, 211, even back a little bit, there was a squirrely semi come through, so.
No, because I can't find anybody else around here. Who was driving?
I'm from Hennepin, so,
You're from Hennepin?
yeah, I don't know. I took a cab from some person, and,
So were you a passenger then? Or?
yeah, I
You
wasn't
were?
driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is somebody else out here then?
Well, what kind of car is out here? What is that right there?
Okay. Like I said, Dave, I don't know what kind of car it is. It's too smashed up right now, but I'm concerned because I don't see anybody else inside. And you're telling me you weren't driving.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So there is still somebody else out here that I should be looking for.
Right. Are you on, where are we right now?
We're near Alexandria.
No. I was not
Okay.
driving.
Well, I got the ambulance en route. They're just about here. Okay, we're
I'm
gonna
good.
have them check you out, make sure you're
I'm
make sure
good.
you're okay.
Yeah.
You don't have any other weapons on you or
No,
anything
sir.
like that. No.
No.
Okay. All right, Dave. Why don't we get you out onto the stretcher?
Go ahead, Joanne.
Okay?
Oh, no, I don't do that.
No, we got to get you checked out. Okay.
I'm good. That's
I
what
heard that State Patrol has contacted. Do you know where they have someone come out?
all right.
10-4, FB62 is en route. They called him. They called him out.
Dave.
Hey Dave, my name's Tony.
10-4, thanks.
Name's Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Alright,
All
let's
right,
go
Dave.
have a seat on
Let's
our
walk
couch
over
here.
there.
Go ahead, Jonas. Nope, 10-4.
10-4.
This is black box data obtained from Sheriff Hutch's unmarked police squad. Shows 126.2 miles per hour, 3.4 seconds before the crash. 1.6 seconds before the crash is when he started braking at 83 miles per hour. Massive torque inputs on this page with a steering wheel column turned at 140 degrees, almost 139 degrees. The sheriff made statements that he tried to call a cab and that the cab driver was driving his squad car at the time of the crash. This turned out to be a very false statement, and he later admitted that he was driving and was drunk at the time, but it was because he made the claim, it was thoroughly investigated by detectives. Here's the results of his urine sample, a 0.134, and that was several hours. That was after 5 a.m. on the day of the crash. Here are the charges, the original citation with misdemeanor charges associated with the event. EMS personnel found the keys in a lane of traffic, and one deputy surmised that he may have thrown the keys so that he wouldn't be found in possession of the keys. We received tons and tons of photos. We've narrowed it down to just like the top 20 or 40 photos, and we'll show them to you quickly here with the idea that if you find something interesting, you can just rewind a bit or slow it down. If you're looking at these photos like me, it's absolutely incredible that this is a survivable crash. Probably, I mean, of course, engineering plays a role. It looks like but probably a fair amount of luck, because the only compartment that was still not completely penetrated was the driver portion of this vehicle. If you look closely at some point in these photos, there's a gun on the ground, a pistol. If you look closely at these photos, you will see that he did go all the way across and hit the median cable barrier, which prevented him from going into those oncoming lanes of traffic. I like this photo with the reflection. It shows a little bit of, there's always someone behind the badge or behind, a lot of work goes into each crash investigation, each DUI investigation, and there's always a fair amount of work behind the scenes, and it's easy to forget that there's a human behind all this work. As part of conducting a thorough investigation, police returned in the morning to take daytime photos of the scene. We sped up the video here 40x speed. I believe this is Douglas County that came back out to do some additional evidence collection, photos, etc. These are search warrant photos, so in addition for getting a warrant for the blood or urine draw, a warrant was also sought and approved by a judge to get additional photos of the squad, and as part of that search warrant, you'd be able to maybe go into the squad and get some closer photos and get the patrol rifle out of the vehicle. It is a unmarked squad. You can see that there's a light bar inside the vehicle. I think it has a siren mount, and it had a duty rifle and patrol rifle inside. After the conviction of Sheriff Hutchinson, Sheriff Hutch's own defense attorney said the State Patrol's investigation was thorough and unforgiving, and that they would even arrest Mother Teresa if they thought she was a drunk driver. Here's the charging documents, along with the plea agreement and the conditions of release. So as part of the plea agreement, 3 of the charges were dropped, and he was convicted on the DUI. He is currently an elected sheriff and who's under probation. Multiple county commissioners have called for his resignation, and he faces several opponents in the 2022 election.